everybody? Welcome back to another video. When you think about investing, what's the first feeling that comes up? For most people, if you're anything like me, it's not really excitement. It's just a lot of overwhelm. There's a lot of apps, there's a lot of choices, a lot of noise, and no one really explains things clearly. So that's why today I'm going to walk you through this tool right here, SoFi Invest. Now, here's what you'll walk away with today. First, we're going to cover SoFi's most important beginner-friendly features, things like fractional shares and the robo-advisor and what they mean at the end of the day. Then we're going to go over the hidden pros and cons, including the fine prints and what most people don't notice until it's too late. Then we're going to look at extra features like their financial planning sessions and unique reward system so you know the full picture. At the end of the day, my promise to you is that you'll have enough information to decide if SoFi Invest is for you. And by the way, guys, if we haven't met, my name is Alex. I am a dad, I'm a husband, I'm an engineer and risk manager by day. And at night, I share personal finance insights to help you grow, protect, and optimize your hard-earned money. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. And if the tool I'll be discussing today is for you, sign up with the link in the description because it does support the channel and my research. All right, so let's start with the big picture here because personally, when I think about what matters most in an investment platform, I start with the basics. How simple is it to start? What is the barrier to entry? Is it $5, $10, $5,000 in some cases? What are the fees associated? What are the products that this company offers exactly? And of course, how simple is it to use at the end of the day? So my question to you is this: which of these matters most to you right now? Is it the low barrier to entry fees? Is it the ease of use? Is it perhaps the protection? Because thinking about that will help you answer whether or not SoFi is for you when it comes to investing. Okay, so here's SoFi Investing at its core. And once you sign up, which by the way, only takes about 7 to 10 minutes, it gives you two clear paths. The number one is the self-directed option or the DIY. This is where you can trade stocks, like you can buy a piece of Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, like I'm sure you heard about these companies. Of course, there's a bunch of others that you can buy, but not only can you buy stocks, you can also buy mutual funds, which is my favorite way of investing. We're talking about the S&P 500, we're talking about the NASDAQ. And one of the best things nowadays is that you don't have to have $1,000 or $10,000 to start investing. You can start with as little as $5 completely commission-free from SoFi. Now, for someone who's just starting out, this removes the biggest excuse of, I don't have enough to invest, or it's just too complicated. Now, that's the first option. The second option you have is the robo-advisor. With just $50, which is, by the way, one of the lowest balances for robo-advisors, SoFi builds and rebalances a portfolio for you aligned with your goals and your risk level. Now, considering the typical robo-advisor fee is between 0.2 and 0.35% approximately, this is among the lowest in the industry when it comes to investing platforms. And here's a bonus. You also get access to certified financial planners. If you're on SoFi Plus, which you can sign up with for $10 a month, or you can set up direct deposit, then your access to certified financial planners becomes unlimited. If not, you at least get a free session of 30 minutes to ask questions and get guidance. Now, let's think about this for a moment, because how valuable would it be to have a professional check your setup when it comes to investing? SoFi combines flexibility with support, which makes it beginner friendly. Now, personally, I use my access to free financial planning services from another company that I use. And I must say, it's very useful when you're just getting started. You can ask a bunch of questions regarding what mutual funds are, what fractional shares are. You can ask questions about the long-term implication of starting investing today. Literally any question that you have, you can ask there in your 30-minute session. So there really is no excuse of having lack of knowledge in order to start investing and building a better future for yourself. So here's a screenshot from the website itself on how you can start investing. You got the active investing, robo-advisor. You can also have retirement accounts. And of course, you have access to financial planners. This is what SoFi Investing, in my opinion, is and offers at its core. Okay, so now let's go a little bit deeper into fractional shares, because I want to say that this is something that I wish I would have known when I was much younger. Now, if you've ever looked at a stock price and thought, wow, one share of Amazon is $1,000. And you might say to yourself, hey, I don't have that much money. That's crazy. And if that's you, my friend, I completely feel you. With fractional shares now, you can actually buy $5, $10, or $100, whatever fits your plan, worth of any stock that you have. Now, funny story here is that when I was a kid, I remember going to the market or el mercado, and I was asking the potato seller to give me 50 cents worth of potatoes. Now, the reason I did that was because I didn't have enough money to buy a full pound, which was usually like $2 or $3 back then, right? So it's the same thing here. You can buy just whatever you can afford off a stock and you can start investing that way. So this allows you to own pieces of major companies like Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia. And because trades on stocks and ETFs are commission free, your small deposits don't get eaten alive by fees in the long run. Now, the real power is with Warren Buffett's advice to investors, which is dollar cost averaging. You automate a fixed amount on a schedule, whether it is $50 or $100 every single month, rain or shine. And this removes decision fatigue and keeps you investing even when life gets busy. Think of it like the gym, right? One big workout isn't the point, it's the repeatable routine that really ends up making the difference. So for your situation, my friend, how much would you commit on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis? Is it $10, $50, $100? It doesn't matter. In my personal opinion, in the beginning, it's best to just start investing and start getting familiar with the process and building that muscle. Now, here's a screenshot from the website on how you can become an investor with no commissions using SoFi Investing, and also how you can get up to $1,000 worth in the stock when you fund a new account. Now, of course, the chances of you earning $1,000 are very low. And to tell you right here how likely it is that you earn $1,000, I think my wife earned $5 and I earned $1. It's not really a lot, but it at least gives you a little bit of motivation to say, oh, okay, now I got at least some money to get started investing, So that's just a little game that they play here when you sign up, which I think is actually kind of fun. Okay, so now we're gonna go over two questions that every beginner should ask about investment platforms. Number one, is my money protected? And how much will it really cost me in the long run? So here's how SoFi approaches it. Now, on safety, your account has SIPC protection up to $500,000. If you don't know what SIPC is, if you're familiar with how banks insure your money in your checking or savings account, they insure your money up to $250,000 of cash. Now, it's the same philosophy here with your investing money, but it goes up to $500,000. So in my personal recollection and experience, and based on what I've seen, I haven't really seen a broker go under. I've seen some banks here and there go under, but I haven't really seen a major broker go down. As long as you choose a reputable broker, which those are the only ones that I will talk about here in the channel, by the way, then you will be okay with your money protection. Now, personally, I think this is a big peace of mind, especially when you're just starting out. Now, when it comes to fees, of course, it's very straightforward. Zero commissions on stocks and ETFs, so you can build a portfolio without worrying about extra costs. If you branch out into mutual funds, or maybe you want to go a little bit more advanced and you start purchasing options, then there may be a small listed fee when it comes to those securities. But for most beginners, these won't even come into play. Now, this right here, of course, gives you clarity, low cost, and protection, which is exactly what new investors need in order to start investing with confidence. All right, so when it comes to the pros of this organization, we got a 5 minimum low barrier of entry. Also, you got free trades on stocks, ETFs, fractional shares, which are commission free. And also, we got the robo portfolios, which is about auto building and auto rebalancing your investments. And they do have a 0.25% fee. And the reason why it's a pro is because it's one of the lowest ones in the market. They also provide free financial planning for SoFi Plus members and non-members of SoFi Plus. That is, if you don't have direct deposit or you're not paying $10 a month, then you do get a complimentary 30-minute call, which, by the way, you can accomplish a lot in 30 minutes. Like, I've done this as a reminder. I've done these in the past, and it's actually very, very helpful. Now, they also provide, of course, the SIPC insurance up to $500,000, and their app is very friendly. Now, when it comes to the cons, they are in pros without cons. So they do have a $100 account transfer fee, which if you close your account and you want to transfer it somewhere else, then they're going to charge you $100. Also, they do have a $25 IRA closing fee. Now, the IRA closing fee, I've found some conflicting info. Some pages say it's 100, others say it's 25. So if you're going to be closing an IRA, which is an individual retirement account, then I suggest you give them a call. Then you also get a $25 inactivity fee if you are somebody that just opens an account and then never really just like funds it or does anything, right? So in order to avoid this inactivity fee, by the way, one thing that you can do is just sign up and log into your account, and you'll just avoid it. Like, that's what I was reading on their website. Now, another con of SoFi, now this feature is going to be a little bit more advanced, but I think it's still worth noting. Now, if you are somebody that is optimizing for cash and you want to make sure that you are claiming all your losses in your investments once you become a little bit more, what would you say, more seasoned as an investor, then SoFi does not provide tax loss harvesting, which means that any losses in your stock portfolio or your investments, then you would have to go and identify those losses on your own in order to claim them for tax purposes. This is a feature that other competitors do have, and it can be very, very handy. But also, the con is that they do have limited assets. So if you're somebody that is going all in on crypto and you're putting your mortgage on crypto or Forex, or you're looking for like futures, then SoFi, it's not really the one for you. And they do have a low interest rate on uninvested cash. So if, for example, if you are somebody that has a lot of cash just waiting for it to be invested, then it may not be the best option out there because they don't give you the highest interest rate on that. This is when cash management accounts become very handy. I've talked about them here in the channel in the past, so I suggest that you look into those. Now, I don't want to get too into the rabbit hole of this, but let me just say it just for information purposes. If you are somebody that has a lot of cash that you want to invest, but you don't know what to do with it, you don't know what to buy, one thing that you can do is you can open a high yield savings account. And right now you will be earning 4.5%. Now, keep in mind that this amount will be going down in the future. And you can keep the money there until you figure that out. And then once you are ready to buy, then you can just transfer it to your checking account. And from your checking account, you can just buy directly in SoFi Investing. So that's the advantage of having a full ecosystem and having one place as your financial hub. So at the end of the day, who is this for? Would I recommend SoFi to my mom? And yes, if she's looking for a simple place to start investing with just $5, if she wants to start learning the ropes. Also, if she already has or is planning to use SoFi as one financial hub where she's managing her checking, her savings, her investing. Maybe she's got loans. Like, if she wants to have a full dashboard in one place, then I think SoFi would be good for that. Also, if she wants to take advantage of financial planning, and of course, she wants to ask experts about investing and other financial tools and strategies. Now, on the other hand, I want to recommend SoFi to my mom if she's looking for advanced features like perhaps tax loss harvesting, which I talked about earlier, or if she wants to get rich quick overnight with crypto. The SoFi is not the best at crypto. They don't offer that. Or if she's looking for advanced research tools and strategies for investors. This is for beginners, not seasoned investors, in my personal opinion and estimation. So is SoFi investing for you, my friend? If so, use the link below to get started today. Remember what Uncle Warren Buffett said: someone's sitting on the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So start today. The longer you start, then the more you are delaying your wealth building process.